Good morning, Philippines. Good evening, teachers here in the US. This is me again, your Pinay teacher, Annie Sa America. And I'm just waiting for the other guests that we have for today. Hmm. I have two viewers as of the moment. Maybe you want to chat or, put your name so we can shout out. Two viewers as of the moment. There
Hi.
you go. Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Anne.
We have one viewer as of the moment, but I don't know who it is. Let me see.
Let me just grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
Yes, so again, good morning in the Philippines. Happy Sunday. So we would really appreciate that if you can type your name, where are you from, so we can give you a big shout out. And also want to congratulate those teachers who made it here in the US for this school year. So good job for that. And I know we have a lot of viewers as well later on that, they also want to pursue their American dream.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
How are you, Anne?
Exhausted.
Your second week or third week?
Yeah, we're done. We're down to third week.
Oh, wow.
And third week, but then I'm not used to that. What to call this? Every Friday, I have to go back to school. Well, normally we only have Monday to Thursday, but first Friday I had my training, and then yesterday I had my Flex Friday. So Flex Friday is somehow like tutoring. And then next Friday, I will have another training at the district office. So all of my Fridays are kind of busy.
You still have the 4 day, like, you only have
Yes,
until Thursday. Okay.
4 days. 4
Good
days.
for you.
Well, maybe I'm gonna die if I will have 5 days.
We have 5 days here.
I know. So we have our new guest here. There you go. So maybe since he is our new guest for tonight, he wants to maybe you want to introduce yourself to our 9 viewers as of the moment.
Okay, hello to our viewers out there. I am Carlo Nino Herabese. I am currently teaching at Diamondback Elementary School here in Bullhead City, Arizona. I'm
Okay.
teaching second graders, yes.
Wow, second graders.
Yes.
I envy you.
Uh-huh. You should be.
Yeah, I know.
So what are you doing with the second graders?
Second graders, I mean, teaching elementary is different from teaching high school and span, right? I just do normal things like what I did in the Philippines.
Good
So,
job.
Very nice.
mhm.
How many students do you have in your classroom?
For this school year, I have 19 students, and yeah, we do inclusive teaching in our school. So, I have, even though I am teaching like second graders, I'm in general education. I have two special students in my class. So
Okay.
that's kind of challenging for me because I am a graduate of general education. So, Filipinos, we are always flexible.
Good. I
But
agree.
Yes,
What?
sorry. I got a question for Sir Carlo. But do you have like somebody who's like helping you out in the class for those kids with special needs?
Um, as of now, no.
Oh.
But yeah, but there are I mean, there are times that they will be pulled out.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Those sped teachers.
yes. We have these resource teachers.
Yeah.
We have one resource teacher in our school.
Mhm. Yeah, well, those students, even though they are sped,
Mm-hmm.
it could vary because there are students that they are sped in a specific subject only, but they're not in. For example, I am an ELA teacher, so I'm doing co-teaching. I have sped students in ELA, and I have my teacher's assistant. But then it could be that student is not uh, doesn't have special needs in math. So
Mm-hmm.
that really varies.
Yeah. So most of the time, these special students are staying in my classroom. Most of the
Oh,
time.
yes.
Yes.
And I think you got your own fans club here, Carlo, from
Oh
Anna.
yeah.
Anna,
Yes.
and she's like an aspiring teacher in USA, just observing and submitting applications. And shout out, amigang Carlo.
Yes, she was my classmate there in Cebu Technological University in
Oh,
graduate school. Yeah, that's why I know her. She knows me too.
I love Cebu, even though I'm not from Cebu.
You
Yes,
should.
Miss Sheena, can you see the chat of Marilu? Oh, can you see it, Marilu?
Is my connection bad?
I
I'm losing you guys. Which one? You were actually breaking in and out. What was that? Sorry.
Marilu.
No, I
I
can't
think
see.
yeah, it's at the very top.
I don't know if it's on my end or what, but I could barely hear you.
Can you hear me, Carlo?
Yes, I can hear you.
Maybe it's your connection, Sheena.
It's good
But
now.
yeah. But anyway, we
Could
have
be.
Marilo Kaligagan. Hello, I am an EPI approved applicant, not yet hired for this school year. God bless. Good evening, Sheena and Teacher Annie. So yes, good job. Congratulations for making it to EPI. So hopefully you will make it to this school year. I mean next school year.
Yeah, we are hoping and praying for you guys.
You have another friends club, Carlo. You have Miss Regina.
Hello, Miss Regina. Hello, friend.
She's still maybe doing her exercise.
hmm
All right. So, well, we are doing this live tonight because we want to share to our viewers how do you address parents' request. Like, there are times that you will receive an email from your parents or from your students' parents, and then, or sometimes you get a phone call. So, how how about you, Carlo? What is you think the worst request? Well, not really the worst request. Let's start from you think the request that it's easy for you to attain, attainable request.
I mean, like so far, I haven't received like worst requests. Like I mean, I have so far, I have very good parents here. So most of the times they reach me out. I mean, we have this class dojo.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we I reach out parents through class dojo, and most of the concerns that they have is the performance of the kids and this and also their behavior, the behavior of the kids in the classroom. So I just give them an update with regards to how their kids work in my class and how they behave in my class. So I mean, just like in the Philippines, collaboration, working with parents is very much important. I mean, giving them feedback. I mean, it is not just a one show. What do you call this? One show work. I mean, we can't help the students if teachers work it alone, right? So students also will give an impact for their kids improvement.
Can you tell our viewers what is class dojo? Because it could be it's a slang or lingo for them that they don't know.
Okay, so these class dojo is like this is where we are going to I do not know how we did it. I mean, I
It's
am
an
still
app.
new here. Yeah, I do not know.
It's an
Miss,
app.
yeah, it's an app. Yeah.
So it's like an app. It's like a website
Mhm,
wherein you can send an email, or you can add your students, and at the
mhm.
same time you can also invite the
Parents.
parents.
Mhm.
You can send the link to the parents, or you can they can go or add your the class dojo through their email, and then from there they can see the development of their students, or I mean of their kids, right? If they're
Yes.
doing their work or if they're doing their assignment, and the teachers on their end, they can give credit to the kids. They can
Yes.
give points, right?
Yes.
Is
We
that
can
right?
give their we can give points and of course take away points also to those
Yes.
students who are,
Mhm.
misbehaving or not doing their task.
But also on the parents' end, using Class Dojo, they can set up as well. Like, for example, if they did not do their homework,
Mm-hmm.
the parents itself can make a can give credit or deduct credit as well. Is that right?
Yes. And also like if we give points to the kid, parents will be notified also at home. I mean, they
Mhm.
receive also like if the kids are doing their work, so
Oh yeah.
parents will get notified.
All
So
right.
it's very helpful.
We're not using Class Dojo, but I'm just aware of what is it because what it is because of Jarvan, my son. So,
Mhm.
but I'm not opening it anytime though. Yes. Yes. How about Sheena, Miss Sheena? What's your let's start from the slightest request from your from the parents.
There's not actually. I have not experienced like any like request. However, it came as a part of like a feedback that I got from the parents teacher conference, which actually was a little nerve wracking for me. It was my first time. It was a little constructive feedback from like parents they got with me, and then I find it actually funny because as a teacher, my principal, I always say it to people I get with, especially when I handle trainings and having my classes. Like, I always have this principle that when I teach or train, I would say, always, I would say that this is how I base my teaching from. So it's kind of a Chinese proverb which says, I don't know if I mentioned it here, but it says like, um, tell me and I'll forget, show me and I might remember, but involve me and I'll surely learn. So in my class, I would always have, I make sure I commit myself to having one non lesson related game and another one which is a lesson related game. But most of the time, I would have it in a competition. And so came the parents teachers conference last year, and both of the parents were like saying, "Oh, Miss Tori, I heard that there's like a lot of games in your class." It's like, and the way it was delivered is not really that positive. And so I said, "Oh, really? I wanted to make sure, I wanted you to understand that all of the games and most of the games that I'm initiating in my class are all class or lesson related." So, and I said like the class period that your kid is in is actually the first period in the afternoon. So games is really important because they might fall asleep. It's in a holy
Yes.
hour. And so I think the conversation went okay in the end, but yeah, it's something. But the thing there is that among all my students, a lot of the students were saying that they're enjoying the games, they're having fun,
Mhm.
because I said like, for us teachers, it's not just about engaging them, but it should be coupled with fun, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Sometimes people say it's engaging, they're doing something, but there's not fun in here. So yeah, so that's just, I think, the one that I can I can never forget. And I think it's just the first one so far. Yeah.
For me, well, before I will share what's the request of the parents. So I believe Anna said they do not have. She's referring to the class dojo. Um, she's kind of like the idea of the class dojo, but yes, we don't have that yet in the Philippines because I think it's the district is paying for that for the
Yes.
class dojo. I'm not sure. Yeah,
That's a good
and
thing.
yeah, shout out from Sir RP and Miss Yolin. Um, for me, the request of the parents that I had was actually it was, let's say, last year. The students, I think that was the month of April, and then the parents email me if I can print all the worksheets, if not available in Google Classroom, all throughout the week activity because they're going to Disneyland. Yes. So, although we have the curriculum already, it's set up and everything, but sometimes we modify, sometimes we make changes. But then it's like, okay, so I need to photocopy or I need to print these worksheets to my students because they're going to Disneyland. So, you're going to print that knowing that they're going to Disneyland, but then you do not know actually really sometimes if you're going to use that activity, right? So Disneyland, and here I am. I have to prepare these worksheets ahead of time, but then sometimes the student will come back with worksheets unanswered. Sometimes it's answered as well. Yes, and also I have one request from a parent. Um, if my student or if my son could not turn in the work every week, can you give me a call? So it's like, informing them that before you put your grades or before you mark missing zero to his son, so you're going to call him first, just to give him a heads up that you're about to fail, or not to fail, but you're about to give zero to his son. So do you have requests, something like that? Not at
I
all.
I
Only
just had
social.
I think I just had it's more of behavioral. Like the kid actually was struggling with his grades, and the father just said that if you can text me if there's like any general problems or if he's missing the class, something
Mhm.
like that. So but I think they're getting like an alert if their kids are absent. So yeah.
Like
Yeah,
in my
that's
case
good.
also, Ma'am Anne, with regards to that, because we should be what they call this one with our routines, right? We should have this strong, how do I say this, strict in following our classroom rules and routines. So like in my classroom, I only allow students go out using the bathroom twice
Mhm.
because kids, aside from going to, I mean, twice inside the classroom, we will be going to the bathroom like before they go to their specials, after they go to their specials, before they'll go to recess, after they have the recess. So I mean, like they'll have the opportunity to use the bathroom like more than like 6 or 7 a day. So if you are, I mean, I have a student that my rule is students, one student per one at a time when in
Yes.
going out using the bathroom. So I have this student that I do not know that she had problems with her, so
Bathroom
something like that.
issues,
So yes, so
medical conditions.
yeah, her mom emailed me, messaged me in Dojo. So I mean, this is also one way of communicating the parents also through informing us like how the students, I mean, with regards to their medical conditions. So
Yes.
Oh, yeah, in relation to that, sorry, Anne, to like chime in. Because in here we do have as what I've said, we're using Power School. That's where all of the information of the kids are actually housed. And we have it in there that shows like accommodations of the kids. Like if
504.
So do you also have that kind of,
504.
yeah, the
Yes,
504? Yeah.
504.
Okay.
Yes. Well, sometimes most of the time in 504, when you say 504, those are here in the US. We have accommodations, or we need to accommodate medical conditions or not medical conditions, but some things that the kids may experience sometimes. So yes, but then when it comes to the toilet or bathroom issues, sometimes I encountered that just last week because the student was late in my class, and then after 15 minutes, he asked to use the bathroom again. So I called home. What's the matter? I called home because he's late all the time. And then for this reason that the kids will use the bathroom all the time, like every 15 minutes. And then the mom told me that he has bathroom issue. So sometimes if I don't see that on in Synergy or 504, something like that, I will tell the parents that, okay, if this is what's going on to your kid, then we need to know that if you can turn in medical certificate at the from the office, so we will know, and so that it's only me who will know, but everybody, all of the teachers will be aware. So because sometimes they can make that as an excuse, but
Yes.
of course if there's medical certificate, then we can't really do away with that, even especially if it's really really emergency.
Yeah.
someone
So, oh, sorry.
someone will get away from, or what you call that. You if there is an emergency, if there is a medical condition that you did not allow the kid to get out, then you might lose your job.
Right. And that's one thing that these viewers of ours need to take note of. Um, yeah, you have to be familiar with the tool where these information are housed, so you can refer to it. Because sometimes, not to like do bad talks, but there are as well like situations where the kids would just say it's part of my accommodation. For example, let's say it happened last time to me that there was this kid, and we had a policy. It was like the first few weeks that we were implementing like no cell phone policy in the classroom, and then he kept on using the phone in my class, and I said like, that is something that you need to put away. And he just mentioned, it's part of my accommodation. But when I checked it, it's not. And so what I did is I emailed the assigned assistant principal, asking if like, I this kid, this is what happened, blah 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 blah, and can you confirm that it's part of his accommodation? So that is one thing that you teachers who are aspiring to be here to take note of. It could either be like their health or whatever is something that we need to do as teachers to accommodate to the needs of the kids, but we just have to refer to that and making sure that we're clarifying things in order for us to be not in trouble.
Yes, because not following their accommodations, they can sue you. Uh, Phones. Why do we have that in accommodation? Sometimes the phones is part of their accommodation when it comes to their health issues. For example, there is like an app on their phone wherein for the kids if diabetic or something like that.
Right.
So they have something on the app from their phone that could track their sugar and everything, so they need to have that every day. Or sometimes there is an app as well on the phone that they need some translator, something like that, especially for the non-native native speakers, so they need to have that as well. So but then of course, the way it works here in our school, if those kids have an accommodation or IEP or whatever, they are giving us paper copy aside from the one that we have on the system, the Synergy. What about in
Right.
your school, Carlo?
Like yes, with regards to that, because other students also, they will also make this one as their excuse, right? So we
Mhm.
have to be careful. So yeah, I can just we can see this one in our synergy. I know that our viewers also are familiar with synergy already, because you mentioned this one already with your previous live, right?
Oh, you
So
watch
yeah,
it?
yes.
Did you have fun with that from the previous
Yes.
from the previous live.
Yes.
Okay, all
Mhm.
right. Yeah, synergy. That's I think most of I think Arizona is using synergy. I'm not sure. And I think n- no, it's only charter school in Vegas that they're using Power School. I'm not sure with the whole Clark County, but before you arrive in their district, Carlo, we have Power School for a
Okay.
year. Yeah, and then after that we have Synergy.
Yeah, so to those who do not know, by the way, I just arrived here this January 2022. So I'm still new in the system. I'm still new with the environment. So I'm still learning.
Yeah, we're in this. Carlo and I in the same district, and yeah, it's just so funny that when he arrived here, I don't know him really personally, but for some reason we met our way. So yeah, so that's why he's here. He invited himself. He invited himself. Um, Miss Yolin is in Ohio, and they are using Power School as well.
Oh.
Same with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Power School is user friendly. As for me, compared to Synergy, but in Synergy, it's like there's everything in there. You could even send a mass email to to the parents of all your students. That's what I'm doing every Sunday. I'm sending emails, mass email to the parents that hey, the grades are updated. These are the things that we did last week, and this week this is what we're going to do. So, something like I'm hoping that you can walk through your students and check their student view. Student view, that's wherein the students can access their grades anytime, anywhere they want. So, with the synergy, we can up with the synergy that's the teacher's tool to update everything
Mhm.
to if you made a phone call at home, you can also log there. And also if you make a mass email, like I said, now on the students part, they have student view wherein they can access their grades. And also for parents, there's parents view. So whatever you have on your synergy as a teacher, both the parents and the students can access what they have. So if they're failing right away, if the kids have that app in their on their phone, so they will be aware that their grade is failing. Sometimes they care, sometimes they don't. Yeah, they. But then they care, but then sometimes they will just project that they don't care.
Mhm.
It's just that they don't have time to do that.
Yes.
And yeah, Anna Lou said Carlo is a friend of everybody. Yeah,
Am I? Yes, I
I
am.
think so because I think for 2 weeks that I did not see him, I called. Was it last Friday or Thursday, Carlo, that I picked him up from his school, and then
Yes.
we met some new teachers here in Bullhead, and we tried to find time, spend time with them, help them. Yes, and let's talk about Parents' Night. What time is your Parents' Night in Colorado, Machina?
We usually have it from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. You mean the
Okay.
conferences? Is it
Mm-hmm.
are you yeah. We usually have it like twice. There's like a certain like week we're in like 2 days of that week we have the parents teachers conferences from 4 p.m. till 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 days as well.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
And yes, and also here in the U.S., even though we have parent teachers conference, still the kids need to go to school.
Right.
Unlike back in the Philippines, if we have this activity or if we have this meeting, okay, no class. But
Or half
here,
day.
Yes, but here the kids still needs to go to school even for half a day. So the schedule will be changed. It could be that they shorten their time, or it could be that they are going to, modified schedule, but still they need to go to school. And then 4 p.m. Is it 4 p.m. as well? In our time, Carlo. Yeah, no, I think we start
Five.
at 3 o'clock.
What?
3 o'clock.
At 3
We
o'clock,
start
yeah.
at 3 o'clock. No, we have 2 days parents
Oh, yeah.
PTC as well. So first day we
3
start
to
at
7, I
3
guess.
o'clock. No, 3 to 5 on the first day, and then 3 to 7 p.m. second day.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's what I remember. Because the reason why it's late, it's because what you
Parents
call
are
it,
like,
to adjust to accommodate the schedule of the parents, because of course most of the parents are working. So if
Yes.
you do it on in the morning, then maybe no one will show up, right? So that's why we do it in the evening. And then believe me, yes, at night there's really parents coming in order for them to see the updates. They want to hear the updates from their students or from their kids.
Yeah, and
um
also Miss Anne,
mhm,
conducting of parent conference is different in the Philippines because in the Philippines we will be waiting for all the parents to arrive, right? Here in the
mhm.
US, they
yeah.
have specific schedule, so they will be signing up for the schedule on whatever schedule they are preferred to come to school. So, Ma'am Anne, she has a question with regards to the agenda, I
Yes.
guess.
Anna is asking, what are the agenda you have during the parent teachers conference? Carlo, what do you have? Do you have any agenda when you're meeting with those parents?
What I did last time is I just prepared all the worksheets of my kids because in case they have questions with regards to the grades, I can show it to the parents like how they do. So most of the time so far, like they ask me like how the kids perform in the class. It's more on behavior and how they do well in class. So far, those are the things that the parents ask me.
Yes. How about you, Machina?
Oh yeah, in my case, it's the same thing with Carlo. I just prepare the grades just in case they will be asking, but I have a pattern on how I do it. I have like the PCP approach. So, for example, teach unless there are like particular questions or specific questions that the parents have. So, for example, I would open the conference and I would say, "Oh, hi, Gamal, of course, building rapport and all of those." And then I would be still asking like, so before I start discussing things that I've prepared for you, do you have like any questions in particular that you wanna ask? And so from there, we have a conversation, and after that, I would be doing the PCP. So first would be, what are the strengths of the kids, right? What are those things that the kids are doing really great in the class? And after that would be the constructive, which is the struggles and what they need to do in order for the kid to be successful in your class. And lastly would be overall, what is that something impactful that the kid is really doing in the class? So the parents would feel good before they leave your conference. And usually I keep a tracker of like their concerns. If they have a question that there's a need for me to like track and follow up, or it's like more of a goal setting thing. So this is the problem, this is a struggle, this is what I can do. What do you think you can do on your end? And yeah, I'll email you if there's like any more concerning things, and yeah, we can just communicate later on. So it's more of like letting them know strengths and challenges of the kids, and goal setting with the parents as to what we both can do in order for the kid to pass the class and be successful. So something.
Yes.
Yes. And I would like to add also, Teacher Ann and Teacher Sheena, before the day that I'll be conducting my parent conference, I do what do you call this one, self-assessment with the kids. I mean, kids will be assessing themselves with regards to their performance in reading, in science, in knowledge, like everything. And also, I do also assessments on how they do on that specific subject because like in elementary we are doing straight teaching, so I am handling all the subjects, I'm teaching all the subjects, so that's the advantage of having the straight teaching. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll show it during parent conference, like this is how your kid assess themselves, and this is how I assess them also. So we meet halfway.
Yeah. In
That's
my case, yeah, in my case, I call it the hamburger pattern, just like what Sheena just said. Well, because this is the time wherein you will meet the parents only. So prior the parents, the PTC, I am making a list already of of the names of those students that I am hoping that the parents will go and be present, because sometimes whoever is present in the PTC, those are the parents that you do not have any problem with their kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
But those parents that you need to see because their kids are, have problems in classroom, those are the parents that you will not see sometimes. So yes, hamburger pattern we call, I that's for me, because I'm like following the lesson that we had as well, like hamburger, like introduction, something like that. But because of course you do not want to end the conversation that the parents had a bad impact or a bad experience talking to you. And this is not the time wherein you're going to snitch or wherein you're going to tell all the bad things that your students did in the classroom, right? Give them something as well that, even at least a little bit of information that they did something good in the classroom. Yes, and also during the PTC, I am bringing all the folders of my students, especially with my honor students. I'm bringing those because there are parents that really wanted to see the work of their kids. So every day, I mean, yeah. So after I'm checking their paper, I'm returning it to them, and they're keeping it in their folder so that during the PTC, their parents will see it. And also at the end of the school year, I'm returning that folder to them. Although sometimes the kids will not really bring it, but at least, you return it to them. So it will less scratch papers inside the classroom.
So you guys were like saying that in your PTC you don't have the kids with you.
They
With
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the kid.
Oh, okay. With us, yeah, most of the time the parents would be taking the kids with them during our conference, and then so sometimes the or most of the time the the parents will be asking, so how is my kid doing in your class? And before I answer that, what I usually do is like, before I give you my feedback, why not ask your daughter or son of like how he or she is doing in my class? And that's yeah.
That's what I'm doing too. I mean, tell your parents, what are we doing in the class? What are you doing? Why do we have these in your folder? And just like sometimes inside, even in the classroom, if sometimes if behavior cannot be tolerated already, I will have phone call. Okay, it's better that you will be the one to talk to your mom or to your parents. Okay, here's my phone. Call your mom and tell them what happened. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. Yeah. So Anna has another question. What is inside the folders of your honor students? Those are the things that we're doing in the classroom, from day one unto the PTC. All their essays, all their quick writes, whatever we're doing, I return it to their folders, and they put it in their folder, and they stack it inside the folder. For first, if it's first semester, I mean, if it's second semester already, I'm taking the first semester activity and returning it to them. So what they have is the second semester, for of course, for that particular semester as well. Yes, and sometimes or most of the time during the PTC from my school, this is also the time wherein you will give all the missing works of a particular student, because the parents will ask, so do you have this, do you have a copy of this? Sometimes most of them, they have an access to internet, so they have an access in Google Classroom. But then sometimes parents would prefer a paper copy than a Google Classroom, because it's better if they want to see the kids working. So sometimes, most of the time, really, I am preparing as well the most, especially the work that I recorded and the kids missing, because I can't bring the printer with me, so just have it ready at least. And then of course make sure that when you talk to the parents, and there are parents that they just get out from work, they're very stressed, they're very tired, so make sure you know how to talk to them as well in a nice way.
Yep. And one thing that I also have to take note why we have the folders of the kids is as most of them would always forget what you give them. And if they're going to be taking it with them, they'll just put it somewhere until they misplace it. So, for example, you give a work today that this is it. And if you want to keep it, and bring it home and finish that, you can do that if you trust yourself that you will not be losing it. So, but most of the time, no. Um, for example, you give the activity now, then the next day it's going to be a continuation of what they were working on, and they will just say, "Can I have another copy? I don't know where my copy is." So that is why folder or having a binder is really helpful. And as much as possible, if you can keep it in your classroom, much better, because there's only like very, very few kids who are doing their assignments at home. So
Yes.
most of the time, right? That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. So most of the time, put it in the binder. Give them work time. Give them work time. I myself, I'm always letting them know that I don't like giving you homework. It's just a review. If it's a homework for you to take the quiz, for you to get really good scores, but anything that I would want you to write, you do it here in the classroom. I'm giving you the time to do that, so you don't have any reason not to finish it. So that's why they have it in their binder or their folder. So you won't have the hard time like getting a copy again or yeah. So
Yeah. In my case, I don't give homework already, or we made it like department. In our department in ELA, we don't give homework anymore.
nice. That's
I
good.
guess Miss Ann, it is mandatory in our district that we will not be giving homework to our kids because
Oh
like
no.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because last school year we do give homeworks with our kids, but with this homework packet every Thursday our grade level we give homework packets with the kids. And what I noticed with written what is written in our homework packets, because I have this team leader. I'm so blessed to be here because everything was taken care of with my team lead. I provided with PowerPoint presentation, everything's provided, even the homework packet. So there in the homework packet, it was stated there that for this school year, no more homework for the kids. So what I do, because since I am teaching second graders, I just give them words or words to be read at home, or passages to be read at home. So I
But what
guess
Sure.
for what reason is that you don't give homework? I myself, I don't like giving them homework. I give them that, put it in Schoology, but they still have work time in the class because I know for a fact most of them don't do it at home. But yeah, but for what reason though? I'm quite curious.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
no. Last year, I'm not giving. When I came here, we're not. It's really part of our department that we agreed that
Mm,
there's
that's
no
good.
homework. I did
Mm.
not. I'm not aware of what he is talking about. That the district said there's no homework anymore. But I think it's yeah. I think it's an Arizona thing that we don't give homework. I'm not sure about that because I know for sure Gara. I did not see him doing any homework at all. Yeah.
That's good.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess Tiny from Desert Valley, she mentioned me this one that they did not give homework already to their kids. I guess it was being
Yeah,
It
but
was the process that you guys have.
since then, when I came here, we don't give
mm,
homework to our students. But I thought it's just a department thing. I'm not
mm,
sure about the district itself. But yeah, because the reason why we did that in our department because it's sometimes half of the students or half only in the classroom will do the homework. Not everybody will do it. So
correct.
there's really no reason, there's no point at all that you're going to give this homework. Some will do it, some will not. So it will end
Correct.
up that you're not going to record
Mhm.
it anyway because not everybody will do it. Because anyway, you're going to record only those materials or those activity that most of them did, right? Because of course you want all those students to pass. So that's why we decided not to have homework. We only have classwork, we only have quiz, and then we do bell work. Yes, and my district is only requiring, or our district is requiring only at least two
Yeah.
grades to be updated every week. But then if I have enough time, I do four. Sometimes I do five.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and also, I just forgot during PTC as well, especially for the honor students. I'm also informing their parents what's their score of their Galileo testing, because we have state testing here in the U.S. So before the state testing in our district, we have the Galileo or the benchmark testing, and we have three testing before before the final testing. So during the PTC, there is already we can already access in from a certain website from the score or the score of the students, and from there, the teacher has an access as well, which standards the student were not able to meet to. Yeah, because we're doing like a graph. We were doing, especially because I included that on my growth plan, that in this certain standard, the students should increase 50%, something like that. So the parents are aware of, what are the things that their kid knows to improve, especially with citing pieces of evidence. That's what the usual thing that we are doing here in the US. Yeah. So one of your fans, Carlo, is about to leave from Colorado. Yeah,
Ma'am Colorado.
from Colorado. Yes. And yeah, so state Galileo testing is coming up here in Arizona, I believe last week of August. Is
Oh.
also in Colorado April for your state testing.
Nope. We actually have it like towards the end of the school year. I can't recall, but I think it was like around April
Yes.
last year. Yeah, April. Yeah, right.
April, because I believe most across state it's April, maybe for their for the state testing. The state testing is just like what do you call that in the Philippines, to determine the grade level of
Like
the school.
SAT, we have it in SAT in the
I
Philippines. Am
think
I
so.
correct?
It's
Yeah.
neat, right, for the
Like,
elementary. Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
neat? Not whatever
Not,
you.
not
Not
national
right.
achievement test. Yeah.
Achievement test,
Yes.
right?
Yes, not. And the state testing is only for math and ELA.
Mm.
Science, it's different.
There's another term for that. Is it STEM? No, I forgot.
Yeah,
There's like
I
a term for
forgot.
that.
And there's also for social studies, it's different. But then for the state testing, it's only the ELA and math. So here, I'm not sure in Colorado, for example, with the result of the state testing, will it does it really matter? Do they care about, or will it take against the teacher if your
No,
state
I don't
testing is
think
low?
so. No, I don't think so. Yeah, knowing the fact that we keep on changing first semester, we have different. I don't know if it's the same thing with like your setup there, but first semester we have a different like group of kids, and
Mm-hmm.
second semester it would be a different teacher. So it's like more of like the entire department accountability, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Because yeah, as I said, first semester I teach different kinds of a set of kids, and second semester it's different too. So
I think we have a visitor. He's late.
hey, Paul.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can
Yes.
hear you.
Can you hear me?
Actually, we're almost done, Paul. We're already saying goodbye.
Oh, really? I'm really sorry. Like, there's
What
a visitor.
happened to you? Are you okay?
Well, there's a visitor here in the house, so we had to
Hi.
entertain the visitor, and I was like at the dining table, and it's kind of rude to be out of the dining leave, so I had to wait until that
And
visitor
he's so prepared
goes
today.
out of the house.
Time.
Well, I just had a haircut, so yeah.
Yay, you
How
had a
about you?
haircut. How much did you pay for your haircut in Arizona?
That's
$30.
35.
35,
35.
including the tip.
35.
So yeah,
How much? How
Last
much?
tip.
35, including the
Last
tip
tip.
already. Mhm.
Oh,
No, that-
I don't go to salon. I cut my
well,
own hair.
I really have no skill regarding that one. one. So unfortunately, I really have.
I had my friend dye my hair, and I cut my hair. So
Oh.
expensive. Come
Mhm.
on.
I had my roommate as well on, I think, first 2 years to cut my hair, but after that I found someone that I can trust to cut my hair, so that's just fine. But don't ask me how much is the price. You know it
It,
already.
it's not with like if I trust or not the person who will be like cutting my hair. It's more of like I don't want to spend that much. Honest to
Mhm.
goodness.
Yeah, that's why first 2 years I don't have it. I just had it
Mhm.
someone cut for me, but right now we're not roommates anymore, so that's why I had to go to the near salon to do my hair, or else maybe Carlo can do it for me.
You hair, Carlo?
Oh, or Carla has a
No, she
skill
trusts me,
about that,
right? I can do it for you.
and you better not.
Next
You
vacation
better
time,
not.
Carlo. I'll trust my hair. Huh? Do you?
Yeah, just to let you know, just to let our viewers know that the the haircut here is just too expensive.
It
Yeah,
is
that's why.
so.
But
You really
then
have to.
if you had the talent, you can just buy the razor, right? Buy the
Mhm.
razor and then cut your own hair if you have the
Mhm.
talent.
Mhm.
Like
But
like polishing your nail,
Everything.
I
massage.
haven't done it for five
Oh,
years. No, I haven't done it for 5 years. So I'm just cleaning up my own. So no nail polish and
that's
everything.
why I have my own manicure set, and I buy just $1 or two
I don't even know how to do that.
nail
So
polish. I'll bring my set of nail polish when I go there, and
I
Well,
just
teacher Sheena is a Kikai teacher, so she regarding
have the
those
manicure
things.
set, and I just bought 3 colors today. So yeah.
I can't do that. So it's all right. I don't do nail polish anyway. So I just got it with, nail clippers, and I'm fine with that already.
And the massage here, when I was in the Philippines, I do it twice a month. In here, I've never done it. I'm like almost
I
1 year.
tried.
A
I tried.
fortune. Really,
It's
it
hundred
would cost you a
dollars.
fortune. How
I
I
tried it
I
once.
How
hundred
much is
dollars.
it? Oh my
It
gosh,
depends.
mine is only 75.
100.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
depends. It
Like in the
depends.
Philippines, it's only 350 pesos.
But here,
5,000 for a massage, Carlo.
Mm-hmm.
well, Carlo
Plus the
went
tip.
here.
Plus
I
the
would
tip.
I would
I think Carlo
not
went
pay
here at
that
my place
much.
and he used my electric massage.
Here's the
Oh
thing.
yes, you have one at
Yeah, it
home.
helps.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, guys. I know somebody. We call her for like wellness day at school, and she has only like $75 for an hour, and she can do home service.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you come over here, we can call her and have a massage. But $75, still $75.
Yes.
Still.
Okay, we're
It's still
dropping our
75.
viewers right now because we're talking about wellness and everything.
We're
Okay,
supposed to talk about school stuff.
just to give a heads up, by the way, that I one of the writers from Washington Post actually watched our video or our live last week. And oh no, that was not last week or 3 weeks ago. When was
2 weeks
that? Yes. So
ago.
yes, and that writer will be actually, well, it depends with his schedule, but it could be
Mhm.
that he will be joining us, or he will be joining me to pick up one of the teachers, or two of the teachers here in Bullhead City on the 26th, together with our superintendent. So I'm not
Oh,
sure
wow.
how that work, because he said he will drive down here to Bullhead, and then
Wow.
from Bullhead to Vegas, we're going to drive there, or he's going. So I'm like, this is supposed to be my time not to speak in English because
Mhm.
it's weekend. But then, it will be from Bullhead back, and then
Mhm.
Bullhead to Vegas, Vegas to Bullhead. So maybe I'm
So
gonna
now you
bring
are superstar. superstar right now.
It's not because of me. He just wanted to make a. I think he's working on a story about international teachers, something like international teachers to cover the shortage of the teachers here in the U.S. Something like that. I don't know yet. But his a he won I think 2014. His a one Pulitzer Prize winner. So that
Wow.
was
Oh,
2014. Yeah. So hopefully, if that's why I'm gonna tell him maybe next time. Okay, want to join us in our stream and join us and talk about it. But I don't know. It really
Mhm.
depends with his schedule.
Hey, and how many viewers do we have right now?
We have currently 8 viewers. It dropped down or 11 right now.
Oh,
But
for those who are watching, we can encourage them. You guys can type in any questions that they have, and we can answer those.
yes.
Yeah.
So let's ask Paul. How's your week?
Better compared as to the first 2 weeks that I'm here. And what's your title of this live stream? I kind of forgot already. It went out of my mind. I'm so sorry.
What did you say?
Oh, you did not hear me. What was our topic
How was
for
your
this?
week?
Oh,
How's
how
your
was
week?
my
So,
week?
mm-hmm.
hmm Well, it was it's okay. It was manageable because we just had like mimic test. I don't know, right? Mimic testing, and
Like the Galileo
that
before the state testing.
the the students were tested out on their proficiency when it comes to reading and mathematics. I believe on Monday we'll have the science mimic test for the Arizona, and yeah, pretty much. Well, it eats up a lot of time, so our classes had to be cut into from 40 minutes. It's now every day per period. So time. However, it is what it is. We had to implement the testing that is being mandated by the state. It's up to us and how to manage our instruction in within 30 minutes. So that's basically what happened for my entire week. Well, it was a little exhausted and it made them think what even one of my students told me this whole testing thing makes us think that we're doing a lot of things cool. So we're kind of
They
exhausted
don't like
at the end
testing.
of yeah. They say that at the end of the day, especially on the seventh period, like they don't have energy anymore, working and doing a lot of things for the entire day. So like there's really no motivation at the end of
Yeah.
the day.
Can
Paul, I
you
want to
hear
So
chime.
yeah,
Sorry. Yeah, I want to chime in. Sorry, Anne. Paul, you look way better now.
right
Next
now.
time, you look great. You look great.
Thank you.
And I was like, yeah, you look great.
Well,
maybe
Yeah.
maybe
because of
because
the
I just had
haircut?
a haircut. Because last time I was like on our live last time, I was like a little sick because I had a cough. Just maybe so maybe
Okay.
that was like effect of sickness that I had last time. So now maybe I kind of rested just a little. So
And
yeah.
it's like your third week being here, or like be like from the start of the school year. So I think you're getting
It's
the
fifth
hang of it.
week, I
Is
think.
it fifth week?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's my fifth week. Yeah.
so yeah,
wow.
Yeah, they
getting
started
the
So,
in
hang of it.
July.
so surviving, and I'm not supposed to do this, but I brought some paperwork,
Oh,
Hey,
papers to grade here.
I want to tell you something. I'm sorry. That's
hmm
my goal for this year. I told myself because when I was like having a gathering in my Brigham Young University Pathway Connect
hmm
class last year, one of the speakers in our class, in our gathering, said that be where your feet are. And so my goal
hmm
this school year and maybe going forward is like I have to finish everything at school, knowing the fact that we have more planning time. and then just minimal things if I badly need to do something at home, but I should be where my feet are. So
Yeah,
I've
I
been
kind of
doing
like
that for the last
noticed that.
4 years.
Yeah.
right.
I've been doing
So,
that for the last 4 years. First
mhm,
year, of course, I have to
Yeah.
break work at
mhm,
home, paper check, gradings, and everything. But on my second year, since somehow I know already the curriculum, so every time or before I go home, or during prep time, because we have enough prep time before we don't have to cover classes. So I because
mhm,
I we're working only until
mhm,
Thursday, right? And then it's on my second year, every week we travel, road trip and everything.
mhm,
So I have to make sure that by Thursday all of the grades are updated already, lesson plan and everything. So I don't bring work at home.
mhm,
And I'm still doing that right now. I'm
mhm,
trying to, even though we don't have enough time because we're covering classes. But yeah, I just don't. But it's all right. It's her first
mhm.
year. So
Right.
that's
Yeah,
just fine.
and not supposed to bring it. I also told myself not to bring any paper at home to grade, but prep time.
You can't help it.
My Yeah, my prep time is like allotted for covering classes because a lot,
Yes.
a lot of teachers were absent. I've been covering for like since day one, and this happened last Friday. I had to tell my principal and our secretary that can sub class today because I'm really exhausted,
Sick.
and I've been taking sub classes since day one, and I
Yeah.
really need my prep time to keep my sanity. The principal did cover the class for me.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, our
So that's
principal's covering classes here. Even this
mm-hmm,
district supervisor covered the class for one day.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Carlo, can you share to them what did you do? Because you are expecting a visitor from the Department of Education.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
actually, I was expecting, but I'm kind of disappointed because they did not go to my class. Even my students, they were
Mm-hmm,
because we did readers theater to my second graders.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, I mean, for them here, the most important thing is classroom management, right?
mm-hmm. Yes.
So first day as a teacher, you should be I mean, like what I did, I include my kids in making the classroom rules. It's not only me. I should include them because it's not mine. It's not my rule. It's for them to follow, right? So yeah, classroom management and also the routines. Students should know what they will be doing, what they are supposed to do without telling like, no, you have to do this, you have to do that, right? So just if the students know the routines, it's not really hard for the teachers like for you
Mm-hmm.
to to do the thing. So that's it.
So that's why you're very prepared supposedly for the visit, but no one came. No one
Mhm.
tried to drop by at least or
Like
sneak in.
yeah, speaking in regards to Sir Paul's experience, like his 2 weeks was kind of exhausted, right? Like mine, my first 2 weeks, my class was really good. I mean, my students are really cooperating, but then one of the students was being transferred in my class, and this student, was kind of hard. The teacher was really struggling with regards to handling the kid. He even like says the F word to the teacher. Second grade, imagine. So it's really hard. It's really challenging for me. Like stop in the class.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he performs. Like how he behaves in the class. Like for a week, for 2 days, like he was doing good. He did not even like mention bad words in the class because as Filipinos we are known like we are really flexible. And in the Philippines, I was a tough one. I mean, students really, I do not know if maybe because of my voice, my students here in the Philippines, they are really they're really afraid of me. But outside the classroom, I am their friend. So what I did here, I applied like in my class, I am their friend, I am their father in the classroom. That's why probably my
You're a
kids.
father in the
Yes,
classroom?
I am their father. So like this positive aura, like if you give positive aura in the classroom, like kids will always listen to you. And what I did
You're,
also, like, you as teacher also, as teachers in the classroom, you should always ready to listen to their stories. I mean our
can
students
you
have stories.
can you share to us what did you do? How did you make it your students, your second grader, to sing a local song? No, a Filipino song.
Our yeah, the Dinhi Malipayon. Yeah. I teach my students that song Dinhi Malipayon. Ako Malipayon, Dinhi Malipayon. I do not know if you're familiar with that one. Ako Malipayon, ikaw malipayon, kitang tanan malipayon. I do that like every that's our morning routine. That's our morning
Nice.
song.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Like
saw the video, but he covered the picture, the faces of his
yes.
students, and they're really singing it.
Wow.
They're really. At first I thought it's just that he recorded it, and then the kids are just following
Mhm.
it, but it's actually the kids singing. How
Yes.
many months did you practice that?
Those were the those were my previous students, Miss Anne.
Last
I
year?
thought yeah. So what I did like explicit teaching. I always do explicit teaching because for me like we have different strategies, right? But for second graders, for lower grades, explicit teaching for me works better. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I read the words first, and then we will read it all together. For example, I read "Ako malipayon," and then we will read the phrase together, "Ako malipayon," and then I will let my students read. I mean, say the word. I read the word alone. So then, and then yeah, read first, read, and read, and then if they master reading, I teach them the song.
So you're singing it every day in your class?
Yes, that's our morning routine. Part of our morning routine.
That's
Oh,
why
so
practice makes
That's
perfect,
good.
indeed.
Yes.
my routine, part of my routine, I will always tell my student good morning, and then no one will
Mhm.
reply, and then I,
No,
I will
maayong
repeat it
buntag. I greet
again.
them maayong buntag. They
Yeah.
reply me maayong buntag pod.
Oh, really?
Mhm. Oh,
Yes,
really?
maayong buntag pod, Mr. Herabese. So they will reply. I'll greet them maayong buntag grade 2, then they will reply maayong buntag pod, Mr. Herabese. So that's our you know, you won't believe.
Cool.
By the way, yeah, my principal was amazed with my class because he did not know that my kids can greet him maayong buntag. Our principal's wife is a Filipina. She's from General Santos, so he can understand and can speak Bisaya. So yeah, he
Bisaya.
even recorded my kids greeting him maayong buntag, Mr. Poland. So like yeah, he was amazed with my kids.
That's really
Yes, so,
amazing.
so when my previous students visited my classroom, and then she asked the students, were you replying to Miss Quivis when she says good morning, because she will not like that if you will not
Mhm.
reply. But because good morning,
Mhm.
but then good morning everybody, but to get their attention, because they do not
Mhm.
know how to greet
Yes.
teachers. They
They don't.
don't.
They don't. They really don't. I really had to do that too. And my students were when I greet them first hour in the morning, especially my first period honors, like good morning. They would just be like good morning, Mr. P. And some would not even dare utter. I was just like, really, first hour in the morning with this mood again. Good morning. Like I
I,
would
I
just
can't I can't
respond.
imagine. It's because most of the kids here are like very pleasant when you greet them.
Mhm.
And this year, our goal, and I am not really quite sure if it's just in Eagle Valley High School, but
Mhm.
the number one goal that we have for this year as a community is the relational capacity.
Mhm.
That it's a rule that every I know most of the teachers are doing that, but not all last year or last
Mhm.
semester. So our principals like It's we're like obliged to be in front of our like classroom, and when the bell rings, for example, for the passing period, we
Mhm.
need to greet every single kid in our class and like build rapport with them.
Mhm.
That's the goal that we have for this school year. Increasing the relational capacity. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
we have to get out during passing period. You have to
mhm.
get out and greet
Yes, we.
them from the
Because
outside.
before, for us, no, not all teachers are doing that. Yeah.
Well, maybe because you're high school, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But
For us,
here,
we
that's
really are required to be at the door and greet the kids. Period, and also to remind them no pushing, no
Now, oh,
phones
it's
in the
middle school.
hallway. So that's
Yes.
how we do it in the middle school.
and I believe there is a state law right now in Arizona for a minute. We have that
Mhm.
moment of silence. So after the pledge, the kids will just be quiet. Whatever they wanted to do for a minute, maybe if you want to meditate or whatever you wanted to do, then as long as you're not interrupting someone. Yeah,
We
so
have
it's
somebody just left a message. Sorry, Anne. Somebody just left a message from Julian.
um
Yeah.
oh yeah, well, Alfie is also one of the Filipino teachers that just arrived here. He's teaching in Texas.
Wow.
He made it to Texas, yeah. And who's looking great? That's Alan, actually. So maybe he's referring to you, Sheena.
Who's that? Who's that?
Alan, who's looking great. And Sir June is the best person that I know. My From the department in my previous school, my one of my bosses. So
Wow.
he wanted. I'm telling him already to go here, but until now. He's still contemplating if he wanted to go here or not.
Don't contemplate no more. Just kidding.
Yeah, but I am just so amazed. How did Carlo make it his kids to sing the what do you call that song again?
Dinhimali
Mayong
pa yun. You know
Buntar?
what, Miss Anne? I did not know if it's really applicable with high school, with
I
middle
don't think
school,
so.
because my kids are really
They're still
they're
cute.
yeah, they're
Singing.
really excited. Like what I did before in my previous the previous school year. I haven't done it yet for this school year. Every day I teach them word, Bisaya word
Mhm.
every day. Bisaya word. Even
Wow.
the parts of the body, I teach my
Mhm.
kids. But um, right now, I haven't applied it yet. Because, I am still, because we don't have specials yet. So we are still,
Mhm.
we don't have time to rest. And I'm focusing more on the routines, the classroom management also. Like I'm working with my kids for me not to, not to have the struggle that I had before when I arrived here.
It's different. It's
Yeah,
different.
it's really
There's
different if you'll start handling your class in the very first day of school than handling them in the
Mhm.
middle of school year.
Yes. That's why there's one teacher who asked me earlier. She's from Ohio. She said she's having hard time teaching the kids. I believe she's teaching middle school as well. And she's asking me what classroom management. But I think she has a lot of questions actually. But that's why I just told her to watch our um, video last time when we did
Mhm.
the live, because I think we talked more about classroom management there. Because, but then what I always say, my classroom management may be effective for me, but may not
Mhm.
be
Mhm.
effective to you, because just like with the 32 years of that my co-teacher 32 years of teaching, she said she was not able to master the classroom management
Management.
because it varies. What are my students? Well, of course, it's different from your students as well. All the things that, it's maybe teachers are innovative, right? We're innovative. So we think a lot of things sometimes outside the box in order for us to be successful in our career. And there's one parent already who emailed me first day after school, because what happened was, one of his his son was outside when we're lining up, and then of
Mhm.
course boys, sometimes you can't really stop them from, they're goofing around, pushing, playing, and then they don't know how to enter the classroom. Oh no, so that's not first day, so I think it's the third day already. So yeah, so when they went inside my classroom, they do not, supposedly they will hang their backpack, get their bell work, and sit down.
Mhm.
But what they did is they put their backpack and then hang out at the back, talk, and then maybe, keep in touch because maybe they're not in the same class. So what happened, all the boys, I let them stand out. I let them stand up at the back and talk to them, and then of course tell them what to do, ask them, okay, what are we going to do, and then just sort of review. And then I let those five kids sit down who were not in the commotion doing or pushing and everything. And then one of his son was there to the last group that I let them sit down, and right away
Mhm.
the dad, he's a coach, and then he emailed me right away about what happened because they said I'm strict, blah 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 blah. But I explained, as a middle school teacher, I know I need to start strong on my first three
Mhm.
weeks because if I will not do this, the entire year will be a mess, and it's a struggle because I experienced that on my first year, and I do not want to experience that again. You are experiencing that right now. So
I
it's
am.
just fair. So
Yeah.
it's just fair because I experienced that too. Right? So after that, you know what you need to do
Mhm.
because experience is the best teacher, right?
It really is.
Because he will recall, oh, this happened to me already last year, so
Mhm.
I do not want this to happen again. And you know that I've been honest to Paul that I described my classroom before as Jurassic Park at all. Yeah, so I do not want that to happen again.
Mhm.
It's the worst. Yeah,
Well,
so
they always say that teaching is like a walk in the park. Walk in the park. It's a walk
yes.
in the Jurassic Park.
That's right. It's different. So, but then no, on your second year, it's getting better. Third
Mhm.
year, it will get better. But on my third year, I had my worst because that's the pandemic year. So,
Mhm.
it just that's for me. I said that's my worst year compared to my first year. But you will learn a lot on your first year.
And you were saying that it's a walk in the park. It's Jurassic Park. That something just came off the top of my head. That like it's like
Mm.
riding a train, horror train.
It
It
is.
really is. It
I remember on
is.
my first year
It's
at the parking lot.
horrifying.
At the parking lot, five of us were looking at each other if who will be the first one to open the door. Because
Oh,
because we're thinking what's going to happen today? What do you think will be the worst thing that will happen today? What will be the worst scenario that you will have in your classroom for today?
Mhm.
Right? So it's just the worst. But I can't really but then I think the not really the happiest, but I could not forget this at all as part of my experience in the US during PTC
Mhm.
because um I'm not sure if I mentioned this here already, but during PTC it's 8 o'clock. It stopped or it ended 8 o'clock, and then we realized we did not cook something for dinner. And then so we're five in the one car. We're Sir Jofo is doing carpool. So 8 o'clock it ended the PTC, and then we arrived home maybe at 8:20, and then on our way we were talking, oh, we were not able to cook for our dinner because here in the US we have to cook for our dinner, right? We do not have
We really have to.
our turo turo wherein you get, hey, we were
Mhm.
not able to cook, so we'll just buy
There's no
food.
carinderia around here.
There's none, yes. So we went to Walmart. We buy this one rotisserie chicken, like the whole chicken,
Mhm.
and then we said we did not even cook right, or maybe we did, but it's not enough for five of us. So usually, because we did not have a clicker from our garage, as unlike with Carlo, he has his own clicker of his garage. So
I
what we're
even have
doing is. Yeah, so from the main door, I mean, when we arrive home, I'm the one who needs to get out from the car, and then open the main door, and then I'm going inside, and then open the garage. And then from that time, all of us, except of course for the driver, went inside and opened the main door, because we're thinking that it could be that if you will be the last one to get in, you don't have food at all. We were like running, and then there's like, because it's 8:30
It is like
already,
an
and we don't know
amazing
if we have,
race.
yeah, it's a race going to the rice cooker, and then some 8:30. Yeah, we were not able to eat dinner yet, and we don't. That's the life here in the U.S., right? And also, I had a flashback when we last Friday, Carlo and I remember we went to one of the uh, apartments of the new teachers here in the U.S. It's bare. There's nothing. There's no. Of course, we are aware of that. Unlike you, Paul. I mean, me as well. I when I came here, except with Carlo, Sheena. I think when she arrived, it's a house. Carlo doesn't have a house.
I
Uh,
was homeless.
yeah, about to be homeless. Yeah. So when we went to the apartment, of course, there's only fridge. There's only the base,
Mhm.
like the common fridge, washer, dry. I mean, no, fridge, stove, and door and floor. And
Mhm.
they do not have anything. When we went inside, we're so tired because it's after school. We sit down on the floor and ate. So I had like a flashback of my first year that, oh yeah, this is the usual thing that when you arrive in the US. So that's why if you, I was actually thinking here or last night, how much Walmart earned for this year for those new teachers buying pillows, just pillows, right? Because there's a lot of teachers coming in.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking, of course, you need to buy pillows. So that's just my sanity last night. There's a lot of pillows from Walmart. Yes.
Hey, and I just want to share. I don't know. Maybe you guys are also doing this, but here in our county, or in our county, okay, the American way. Anyways, it's just comes.
In our
Anyway,
county.
we
Mon
have,
Dieu.
maybe you have this one, but this is what I have been doing. I have like friends who are coming over, right? I mentioned it last time. But what I'm planning to do is actually, because I am in a group, a member of a group in on Facebook. They are
Mhm.
posting their things that they're giving away,
Mhm.
and as well, if you're needing anything, you can post it there. So that's what I'm planning, just to make sure that before we buy those like things that they need here,
Mhm.
we get those first from like
Mhm.
anybody who are gifting them away. So that's what I'm thinking. Talking about like those stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
We
maybe
have
we
that. We have
want
that
to.
here in Bullhead as well. It's Bullhead
Good.
Laughlin Exchange. But
Mhm.
believe me, it's 21 teachers. I cannot,
That's a lot to take care.
right?
Why?
That's a lot to take care.
Just ask Carlo when we were at Walmart helping two teachers. I was talking to him. Carlo, this is just two teachers among the 21
There were
or
just two of
18.
you helping the two
Yeah.
teachers.
Now, well,
Yeah.
yeah, there are other teachers helping as well, but I'm the one. I'm the driver.
Mhm.
And then we were there at Walmart, and then
Mhm.
I was telling Carlo, this is just two among the 18 or 21 teachers. I can't do this to each one of them. It's just
Yeah.
that you're there at Walmart doing nothing, and then
Mhm.
that's why and I even told Carlo the amount that you spend on your first grocery when we went to
Mhm.
Maricopa,
Yeah.
right? And then I said, so this is my second already for this school year to go with someone and get their groceries. So two of those, first for you and then second to the
Mhm.
teachers. There will be one coming in tomorrow and the one on Tuesday and more to come.
But
So
and for those who are coming here, just a tip for them, because I did not experience it, right? I feel so blessed and I'm so lucky that when I got here, I was in a house with like fully furnished, all the things. I don't
Wow.
have to buy. Yeah, I am so blessed. I didn't have to buy, and I'm so thankful to those people.
Mhm.
I didn't have to buy my own mattress, like even towels, right? So I was provided with like all of those, and I was like sharing with them like their kitchen
Mhm.
utensils and all of those things. But for those who are coming here and they will be doing it all by themselves, you can go to social media, and there are like a
Mhm.
lot of groups there where you can just post like that you are needing these things before you go and buy
Mhm.
those, or have a friend, for example, who are
Yes.
here, and you can reach out to them that if they are in
Mhm.
group, like in my case, that's what I'm planning, as what I've
Mhm.
mentioned, because there are just like a lot of people who are like,
You even
Mhm.
want to
They
bring
are
those
generous
utensils
here.
from Arizona to
yeah.
Colorado.
And even like in my case, I am also planning like emailing the entire staff, and like if they have things to give away or
Mhm.
like they want
Mhm.
to pass on, yeah, we could help them like get rid of those things because they will
Mhm.
just be dumping them away.
Yeah.
So yeah, that could be something that they can
On our
do.
Mhm.
first year, here, our principal emailed
Right.
everybody if you have, because of course they know what you had. What are you going to bring on the plane, right? Of course, you have
Your
nothing.
You're
clothes.
gonna
So
bring mattress, of
yeah,
course.
so that's what my principal said when he emailed everybody. These guys, what they had are clothes because that's the only thing that they can have on the plane. So if
Right.
you're generous enough, or if you have those things and you're not using it, so
Using
maybe
it.
you can
Mhm.
share it.
And
Using them anyway.
and the thing here, I know we have this kind of Filipino mindset that we don't like asking. Yeah, right. But in here, no, you should change that kind of mindset because you know
Mhm.
what? They would be very, for those who are like watching this, they would be very, very glad to give you those things because you are teachers.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
have this like we would always like somehow kind of like bid or whoever that thing will go to, and if you just mention that this I'm doing this because like my friends who are teachers, when they see the word teachers they would
Mhm.
prioritize,
Yes.
right?
I remember my instructional coach like telling me, if you'll not tell me what you are needing, I mean, how will I know? How will I
Right.
help you? So I mean, they are very generous here. They are willing to help you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, get rid of like the mindset that
Mhm.
I can't do this. That's my mindset because I know
Mhm.
I don't ask. I mean, like I work independently, and I like if I need something like material things, and I would say if I can still get it myself, then I'll do that. But no, in here,
No.
you better ask. Let them know what you
Yes.
need. They're gonna be there to help you.
No man is
Yeah.
an island.
Yeah, we've been talking about that since then. That also not on the things that you need, but also the help that you need in school. Because I mean, how will they know that you don't know how to solve the grade? Technically,
Mhm.
if you're not going to ask them, how will they know that you do not know the curriculum? But actually, the curriculum is
Mhm.
just very easy. The problem is the classroom management. But they
It
could not
is.
feed classroom management to you, right? They could not. They could not
Yeah.
really tell you what to do. But what I notice is very hard when you arrive here in the US, that someone started or set the standards already from your classroom before. Like someone, like a long term sub. Have you experienced that, Carlo? Because you arrived in January, right?
I was their sixth or fifth teacher.
Oh my God.
It
That's why,
happened
like
to me.
it
That's
it was
crazy.
it was in Jurassic Park when I
It's
arrived.
Jurassic Park too.
It
Okay.
happened to me. It happened to me. Like for almost 2 months, there's like a perm sub taking my like have like handling my class before I got here. But it
Mhm.
was okay because she actually has like almost the same attitude as mine, so there was no much of a struggle.
Well, because good for you, but then sometimes, for example, when we're talking about teacher shortage, so what's for example in our school, what we're doing is whoever is the prep time in that particular time will be the one
Mm.
to cover the class, and then next period it's different teacher, next period it's different teacher, the following day it's different teacher. So there's no
Yeah.
consistency.
Yes.
So
No routine.
the real teacher, when they arrive, it's very very difficult on their part, especially that there are different teachers who went inside the classroom already, because of course they have different teaching
Routine.
strategies. They have different classroom management. Sometimes you will, because the kids, I think the kids here in the US, they're having hard time to detach themselves from the teacher, because the moment you will tell them that you're gonna leave, or you're gonna move to a different school, or just sometimes make a joke for that, they will feel sad for that, because although they have that behavior towards you that you think they're not respecting you, but actually they do care,
Mhm.
They
because
do.
they they are, that's what you say, notice, they have the hard time, to detach. So sometimes it's just maybe they just had a hard time too, they just had a bad day when they wake up, so we also do that. Sometimes we had the hard times as well, so kids, they have that too, but it just depends on how are you going to manage the kids, because
Mhm.
I remember before we had an activity in our advisory class. So it's like getting to know each other. And then there's one kid that I notice all the time that she's not really talking. She's not sharing anything. And then we were talking about how many siblings do you have? And then she said, I don't even know how many siblings do I have, because my parents, I don't know how many times they get married, how many times they get divorced, something like that. So we do not really know what kind of lifestyle do they have. We don't do home visitation, right? Unlike in the
Yeah.
Philippines, we do.
Yeah. Mhm.
Here we can't. It's dangerous. Not really
Mhm.
dangerous, but it's not safe sometimes. It's not really applicable. We don't do home visitation here. Unlike in the Philippines,
And
even though
some
it's
and
far,
some students are even in the group home, so it's kind of like
it's difficult.
difficult
We don't
setup.
do that. Yes. But what you can do is just call home or email at home, right? That's the only
Mhm.
resort that we can do. But then after that, we can't really visit their place. They don't even know. I mean, it's not really. I mean, they don't even want to give their address. So why are you
Mhm.
going to visit and do home visitation and talk to your parent? Or maybe
Mhm.
the parents are not there during the time that you're going to visit because they're working,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So it's just difficult. It's really a different setting.
Even with emails, even with just peer communication to the parents, responded by after 3 days, 4 days, or even not at all, because parents are to their own lives, and some would just prefer you calling them over the phone, address the concern right away. And I even have been replied away like, I'm so sorry. I just read your email. In order behavior of my child, can you please call me instead next time, like that, and so on. Yeah, parents really have a little time to attend to with our communication by email. More with the home visitation, so it's really impossible.
But believe me, there are times as well that when parents will email me, especially the
Hmm.
kids suspended or whatever, sometimes
Hmm.
I don't really have time. I mean, I will just read the email. Sometimes,
Hmm.
for me, it takes time when you email, when you reply to emails. I can do that right away,
Hmm.
because I would prefer to call than to email sometimes, because
Hmm.
there's a lot of being respectful choice of
Yeah,
words, but when you do it
you have to
over
be
the phone,
tactful.
yes, when you do it over the phone, it's right away, it's done.
Hmm.
But then sometimes I'm really lazy when it comes to email. I would prefer to call, but that's the scariest part,
Hmm. Yeah,
to call.
the,
But
the order for
I,
me to
I don't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
yes, in order for you to which calls when a very good email is for you to already prepare a template regarding one case, another case, and case like this,
Hmm.
so that you just have to edit it out every time. A possible response. What we do usually when we are in a call center before, say, and
Mhm.
what to communicate with our customers. So same with parents, I already on what to say, and especially the opening and closing, especially when they're dealing with improper behavior inside the classrooms. I already have a template for that. And also with yours reply. So I prepared one or two for that one. So some of you had to in order for us to, compose a constructive and good email. Right. I just
Yeah.
had to Google it, by the way.
Yeah,
So
we did that before, but I'm not good really with email. I would rather
Mhm.
call
in
than
my case, and I we love talking, obviously, right?
yeah.
And we can like fully express our thoughts. But this is one thing that I learned from my previous company, that calling is good, but you have to make sure that everything is documented for future
Correct.
reference and for your safety. Yeah, so
Yes.
Yeah.
that's why, yeah, when I if it's a critical situation or it's something really
Hmm.
important, we talk to them, and then we do like a recap email, just
Hmm.
sending it over to them that these are the things that we talked about, and then if I miss anything, just let me know. So just to
Hmm.
ensure that you have a record of what you guys were
Hmm.
talking about, it's for your own good,
Yeah.
right?
Believe me, and
Yes.
even
Yes.
I
using my own
remember
phone number.
Miss Anne with regards to, because when I arrived here last year, like I gave my personal number to my parents. That's how I contacted them.
I'm using
What?
my personal phone number as well.
Personal
Oh, see,
phone
like
number.
I did not know
I
about
don't do
that.
that.
I do, but no one texted me at all after the phone call.
Mm.
Because in
Mm.
my classroom, the phone is on the wall. I need to stand up when I'm going to call. I asked already the office if there's any way that we can put our phone on the desk or on our teacher's desk. There's none. They all of us in the classroom, they do it. It's on the wall. So I'm using my phone number. No one ever tried to text me or call me. So I'm just okay with that. If but then there is actually that they're doing that in order for
Mm-hmm.
you to get your phone number too. I believe you have to dial like asterisk 6 8. I forgot, but yeah, I'm using my own phone number. It doesn't matter for
Until
4
now,
years. Yeah, until now I'm using my own
wow.
phone number, and no one ever
Mm.
tried to call or text me. So I mean, it's convenient, and then that's why my
Mm-hmm.
instruction are. But I ask if it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
save their number. I
Mm-hmm.
don't save their number on my phone because it's not allowed. But I'm looking on the Synergy and then look for the phone
Yeah.
number and then
Yeah.
call the number. But I don't save it because I think it's against the law that you save the
Mm-hmm.
parents' phone number. So I'm looking on my Synergy and then call. That's it. And but
Mm-hmm.
then like I said, no one really tried to bother me to text or call. No, none, but still, I will email them sometimes, but phone call I
Mm-hmm.
would rather have it on my phone number. That's just fine. My instructional
Mm-hmm.
coach laughed about that. She said it's your choice, but I'm telling
Call.
you, but
Yeah.
that yeah, it's not really advisable that you use your phone number. I said that's fine,
Yes.
and they're not going to kill me if
There's
I'm
a
going to use my
consequence,
phone.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
There's a consequence with that.
For the what?
For I mean
For
for giving
using your
your
own phone
for using
number.
your personal number in communicating with your parents.
Mm-hmm.
No. I
No.
mean, the consequence of using your phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's none. It's your own. It's your own choice. Yeah.
Okay.
So I verified. I verified if I can use my phone number. That's fine,
Mm-hmm.
as long as what do you call that? As long as you ask permission, maybe. But I think it doesn't really matter. All right. Yes. I think there's no more questions right now. It's just us entertaining ourselves. And let's see. Miss my friend in from the Philippines, from Talisay City. Yeah, so I think it's time for us to to say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
It's already 10 o'clock in Colorado.
Colorado.
Yes, and
Oh.
yeah, and I think I need to prepare as well because there's more. There's one teacher who will arrive tomorrow. Well, she's already in Vegas, and she will
Wow.
just yeah, she will. Someone will just drive for
Mm-hmm.
her from Vegas up to here. One of her students in the Philippines. So That's why I need to prepare too. And I
Mhm.
think Carlo needs to prepare to finish or whatever he's doing. They just move in, and
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you all need to
We
I
are
have
finish.
also
papers to
packing
grade.
the things.
I
Mhm.
have papers to grade. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I hope that we're going to see each other again next time. Let's see if time permits again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Bye,
on
everyone.
the holidays we'll see each other.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
holidays
On the
coming
holiday.
up.
Yeah.
We have
Right.
Have a great
Thank
holidays.
weekend, everyone. I miss you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Miss you too. Bye.